thank you so much, viewer, for joining with us. It is your girl, Shiro Wangigi, and I'm so excited and delighted that I'm sharing this day and this show in particular with you. Why? Because I always love when we come together, have a show, have a discussion, because you engage, you enlighten me, and I also do with my guests, of course. So every time I come here, we always talk about something, and I'm never alone. Why? Because I can't do this show alone. Why? Because I'm having you as the viewer here, and I'm also having a guest here, Ndio Nisiboeke. And thank you so much for the comments you guys have always been sending me, the questions you all want me to ask on behalf of you, and the love, because jamani, munanipenda na mimi nawapenda, ndio maana nawaleteaga show moto moto. So thank you so much. Keep up with this conversation, because today we are going to be talking about personality traits in marriage, and I think traits means characteristics. So we also need to know the kind of persons and people we have or we are living with in our marriages. If it is a man, we need to know what is his character traits, with what is his personality, for me to be able to deal with them well without divorces, without kupigana, you know, ile humble time ya marriage. That is why we are here. And of course, I'm not alone. So I want you to join us in this conversation. Our social media handle at DBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Thank you so much. So I want to introduce this guest who is going to take us through this whole thing, because it's a discussion you want to stop and listen, because it's going to teach you a lot. So thank you so much. I'm joined by a very beautiful girl. I know you've ever seen her. Na nawaambia hizo feedback zenu ndizo huwa zinanisaidia kutafuta guest. Huyu guest mulimpenda, and many, due to public demand, you really wanted her to come back and talk about marriage in details. So welcome so much, darling.
Thank you so much.
You're looking amazing.
Thank you.
You always do. You know, is it your weakness?
Yeah, it's my weakness.
Wow.
Yeah. My name is Grace Ulwande, for those who don't know me. I'm a teacher by profession. Currently, I'm studying psychology also.
Yes.
Yeah, and above all, I'm a peer educator. So I go to trainings, I teach young girls, I involve myself in most of my time in women empowerment. Now, I'm here today. Thank you for inviting me again.
Thank you.
And I would love to be here with you. And if you want to reach me out here, you can always check me up on my pages, my Facebook page at Grace Olwande, on Twitter at Grace Olwande also. So I'm there for you always. Yeah.
Wow. So thank you so much. You know, when I see you and you come, you are a full package, which is what we want in this society. Yeah. We want a full package that will help us reach to the goals that we always dream about, and the ones that the nations and the society wants us to have. So thank you so much. And when you talk about you being in platforms where we talk about girls, teens, we talk about also women, we talk about men, brings us now to this conversation. We are talking about personal traits, personality traits in marriages. First, tell us the kind of marriage you think is right in the world, like in this society. The upright, and unaweza sema, amongst all the insanity in marriages, this one is a sane marriage. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The marriage I admire so much that I can speak of is that I've never had anything, even if there are fights, but it has never reached so many people, is between Diana and Bahati. Because first of all, when you have a wife, you have to make sure that you make your wife feel that she's the only one.
Yes.
Yeah, you know. And also, if you have a husband, you have to make sure that you make your husband feel that he is the only one. You know, and give all the love, the necessary love. In crowd, when you're in church, when you're in bus, when you've gone to work, you know, be proud of your wife. Oh, this is my wife. This is my husband. That is what makes somebody or your partner feels that you are the most important person he or she have.
Yeah. So it's not about exposing our weaknesses to people?
Not really, not really, because, okay, when I look at Diana and Bahati, they don't give us the weaknesses.
Details.
Yeah, they only give us the happy moments, you know. But I admire them. The reason why I admire Bahati so much, you will feel when he speaks about his wife. You know, he's proud. Oh, my wife, you know, my wife. Oh, my wife, you know. Also, Diana, I'm proud when she speaks about Bahati because she's like, oh, my husband, you know, we've made it, thank you. Oh, my God, we've reached. Because if you know, I have been watching their shows back then, and you can see that these people started from scratch to where they are. So they can enjoy their wealth together and nobody is feeling that he or she is left out.
Wow. And then now, now that we have at least a picture of the kind of marriages that we can see on social media, let's talk about now in the house. Because that is where we all end. Tutakuja outside the society, we will show respect, we will show how we love each other and our strength. But there is that part which is in our houses where we need to nurture this, because it means if I can be able to show my husband love outside, I can also be able to show him love inside. If he can show me respect, he's also able to show me respect in the house. And that is where now we see very many houses breaking. And then very many men say, this woman does not respect me. You know, now let us go to there. We are talking about personality. What kind of personality traits do people hold, or rather do we have outside there that makes our marriages break and don't maybe last for long?
Yeah, you know, each and every person has a personality disorder. Personality disorder is whereby there is some loose thing in your personality. For example, I can be short-tempered person. Now, if I'm short-tempered person, how will you handle me? Then you will wait. If you see that I'm short-tempered, you will wait until the right time when my temper has cooled down. Then you'll come and tell me, Grace, you see, I was not agreeing with you at this particular time because of this. You know? Then there are people who have dependency personality disorder. This is whereby a wife or a husband, a wife, okay, for our society, we believe that it is the man who should provide it. And that one I'll tell the men for free. If you want that woman, if you want to take full control of the house,
provide.
And if you can, provide for your family.
You will become the head.
Yeah,
that's why you're even having the word of the head.
The head. Wow. Because even if your wife is earning 50,000 and you're earning 10, just go to that single house of 2,500 and make sure you pay the rent. You take full responsibility of your house. Yeah. If that, it's nature. If you as a woman, you start paying for this, you start paying for this, you will feel that now you are in charge, and your husband is not in charge. Or even if both of you are in charge, but there will be conflict of interest. Because of power, you know, you will start by, maybe you bought food yesterday, then after buying food, your husband came and did not ask you where the food was, or which money did you use. For example, you're a housewife. Then tomorrow you will buy the same food. You will get yourself saying, no, don't eat meat, just eat skuma wiki, you know? And your husband will feel disrespected, you know? Because, you know, it was not your intention to do so. But the circumstances under which this has occurred has made you compromise something. And the husband will feel like, why is this woman telling me? Mbona ananiambia ati nipakwe tu skuma na kuna nyama, you know? Then there will be conflict at that point.
Yes.
But you see, I'm not saying women should not help their husband. You can help your husband, and especially in projects. You can even tell your husband, no, this month, don't buy shopping in the house. I will help you out, my husband, this time. You know, it is not bad to help him.
Yes.
But let your husband be in charge. And if you want respect as a husband, be in charge.
So now there is something you said about dependency.
Yeah.
There is a trait where some people like depending on others. So what about, because I feel if it's a personality, then it could go to both gender.
Yeah.
A man or a woman.
Yeah.
So can we be having a man who likes to depend?
Yeah.
And how can we deal with that?
I want to give example. For example, for this athlete lady who got killed by her husband. I don't know what was her name. She was.
I'll remember.
I can't remember.
Viewer, remind us. What was her name? The one who whose husband killed her after she had won.
She was a model and a medal somewhere. You know, these things come in whereby a man feels that now a woman has a lot of money.
Yes.
And maybe the woman also, you know, women, our weakness is when we have money. Not only the women, in the house when finances come in and you find another partner having more money, there is usually a problem. Mi hata sijui kama pesa inakuanga shetani because ikiingia kwa nyumba kuna vile itawasumbua. Before msettle, sasa mkae chini kuwa mmeelewana mpaka msumbuane. So you will find this man ataangalia, oh, anataka kuniacha, amepeta pesa. You see,
anaanza kukuwa na tu insecurity hatuko.
Good.
So he will even start being keen on the small little words.
Little things. Yeah, little things. Sasa wewe pia unaboeka unasema that was not even your intention, you know? Hata hukuwa like tayari unataka kuacha huyu mwanamume or wewe uko tu like you are normal. But huyu mwanamume ameanza kufikiria
huyu kuna kitu.
Kuna kitu. So unapata unakasirika, maybe umejitoa. Hapo ndo atakufuata.
So you want to mean that some when they get it as a threat when the woman has a lot of money, and then they want to still depend. So when the woman does not want him to depend, then there is conflict.
Let me tell you, they are not necessarily hata kama ndio amepata. There are men who generally are dependent.
Ameumbwa tu hivyo.
Ameumbwa tu hivyo.
Hata apate yake bado anataka kutumia.
Trait yake,
How can we deal with such a person?
Hata kama, yani yeye hataki kwenda, there are men who hawataki kwenda kutafuta. So unapata mwanamke ndo anatoka nje, anatafuta, analeta. But unajua hiyo italeta shida kwa sababu the way we are brought up in this society, we believe
in the
that
Bible, the man is the head.
It's the head. So unapata kuna shida na huyu mwanamke. Baada anataka huyu mwanamke akue. And I want to salute women. Women play a big role because like me now, I'm a career woman. I'm a mother. You know, I'm also a wife. You know, those things si rahisi. Hata kama mwanamume ana provide from head to toe. Siwe pia unatafuta pesa yako because you know it is good to pia wewe utoke nje.
Yes.
Anything can happen and you remain as the breadwinner of this family. You know. So unapata umetoka job, and I was watching your show about women's view the other time.
The girl child standing up for the boy child. Yes.
You know, I won't even blame women sometimes, and I want to also blame the men. It is because, you know, the way the current economy is set up, you have to go out, you have to strain to look for this food.
For sure.
Shiro, sometimes nafika hata kwa nyumba yangu mimi mwenyewe saa 3 ya usiku, and let me tell you, I am tired because I have been standing also the whole day. Nimekuja nimepata watoto wangu maybe wameshalala. You know, kesho asubuhi you wake up maybe hata nitakuwa na hata just for an hour then nimetoka. So this dividing roles becomes a problem, and I'll call up for our men, when you have children, please be parents, both of you.
Yes.
Kama mama hayuko na wewe uko na time, be there. Si ati kama mama yuko, we umeenda kwa bar. Watoto wamebaki na mfanyikazi. That is where a problem comes in. Yeah.
So I think there's just a lot in this, and there's a lot I'm getting from the traits. So according to Grace, she says it's in the nature of a man to provide, and it becomes now a bitterness where the woman is the one who is providing. So which I feel then a man should provide, however little it is.
However, okay, what I'm trying to say, Shiko, men should provide, and they should, yes. But also I'll advocate that the women should understand their men if they don't have money. The only problem that comes in, unaweza simama na mwanaume kama hana chochote. Then hakipata, sasa ndo anaona.
As if he was not there.
Hauko unafaa kukuwa na, ndo sasa naona better people anafeel anafa. That is where now the problem comes in. But I know so many women stand with their men, and especially during financial crisis.
Yes.
And the men sometimes leave when they are economically empowered. Yeah. Now, there are some women also who leave when they get, unajua mnazanza na mtu, then wewe ndio Mungu akupe power. Unaona? Pesa. Now that becomes a challenge, because that man, you know, men as a nature wanna feel they should take control. Now wewe ndio maana huwa nasema, and I advise women, leave the man to do his part. For example, kama ni rent. Mimi, like, I can tell you, Shiro, for free, even if I have money, I won't pay rent.
Uwezi?
Siwezi lipa.
Mimi nilitoka kwetu nikuje nikae kwako.
Nikae kwako. Siwezi lipa wapi? Kwa sababu the moment nimelipa, utaanza kusema, sasa unafanya hivi juu wewe ulilipa rent juzi. You know, it was not your intention. Wewe ulikuwa unafikiria tu unasaidia. Si ndio? Then kesho itakuwa labda, mbona baba Shiko, mbona umekuja late hivi leo? Then atakujibu, juu umelipa rent, sasa siwezi pumzika. You know, that's such kind of
So let's
people.
give them their roles, the major roles. Like paying the bills for the house, for water, and also paying for the school fees, because that's also another issue. But what if a woman is capable of buying for food, catering for food? And actually, before I even ask that question, there is always this thing, mwanaume anauliza, mwanamke asipotumia hiyo pesa kwa nyumba ataitumia wapi?
Okay, that's why I started by saying it is not wrong for a woman to help the husband. The only problem comes here when you want to take full responsibility, you know. And also, a man should not see it as it's an entitlement. For example, nimechukua part nikusaidie, for example, kulipa school fees ya mtoto wetu fulani. You know. Sasa kama nimekwambia sina pesa, wewe hutaki kutafuta. Huyo
ni mtoto wako.
Na ni mtoto wako. Nikikwambia this time salary yangu ilikuwa engaged, I wanted to further my education in this. Can you chip in for this for a while? No. You will find them now refusing. But you see, the moment you start playing that role now, some men take advantage. And for example, when you are dealing with kuna psychopathic people.
Psychopathic.
Yeah.
So before we even, so that's another trait. Yeah. So before we even go to looking at the other trait, allow me to cut you short because I want us to take a very short break. And I would also want to hear what the viewer would want to say about this, especially in that there is this dependent man who wants to depend so much on the woman, and how can we deal with them in the society? At least can they do something little? So I would want to hear from you. Nafikiriaje, can you stay with a man who just wants to depend on you? You do most of the things in the house, and how can we deal with them, especially to avoid easy conflict? So thank you so much for tuning in, and the comments that I'm already receiving, I can see my kila mahali in a blink to hivi because of the love you guys are showing me. Thank you so much. We are going to take a very short break, and then we come back, continue knowing so much about the traits of the people who we live in our marriage. So thank you so much.
Everywhere, GBS.
Thank you so much, viewer. the conversation is good because at least now we'll get to learn our partners. Because for a very long time we did not understand our partners and we did not know why they react the way they are. And when we are being told that there is a personality that they hold and there's a way we can deal with them, that's even better because we are getting a cure, or rather a solution to our very many problems and the struggles we get for us to come into terms. So thank you so much. I'm welcoming you back. We're taking this conversation with our guest here, beautiful girl Grace, and she's taking us through this conversation where we are talking about the personality traits in marriages because as you can see, the society is about marriage, and when we have a good marriage, we have a good society. So before she had gone, she had mentioned something about a person who has a trait of dependency, who wants to depend so much on people. And then I was asking her, what if that person who wants to has that trait is the man? And then she says clearly that there is a respect that comes when a man provides for his family. And now we are talking about character traits. So, and we have this psychopath person. So if you are tuning in right now, keep up with this conversation. Our social media at GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. So you had mentioned something about a psychopath. Who is that? Huyo ni nani?
Okay, a psychopath is a person who will really mistreat you from the house, but appears to be good before people. For example, unaweza pata uko na wife, mkiwa watu wawili, anaweza kukuslap akwambie wewe ni you are very pathetic person. Mkikuja mbele watu, oh my wife, you know I'm very proud of her. You know, she's my everything. Then back then, so even if you try explaining to people, hey, my husband is this, people will be like,
wewe ni mbaya.
Your husband is the best man in, and I can tell a story. There's a time I was doing, okay, I will come there later, but these characters, they exist. And for a psychopath, you have to be a narcissist to be a psychopath, because psychopath, they also, characteristic of a narcissist is first, is controlling.
They control a lot.
They control a lot.
I think even before you tell us in details, we need to hear that example. Yeah, the one you say you were somewhere.
For example, when I was back in college, then at that point we were teachers. We had gone for the teaching practice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now I remember there's a madam. Yeah, the husband used to show her a lot of love.
Yeah.
You will find during lunchtime she's picked up for lunch.
Wow.
During evening time she's picked up. The husband was a doctor just around there, but now the husband was cheating with a lady also from the same school.
Are you serious?
Immediately he drops the wife. She comes for the other lady, you know. Then she returns her back before now.
The lunch break is over.
A next lesson starts. So immediately, maybe at 1:50 or 1:55.
She brings her back to school.
Yeah, and remember, he had dropped the wife. Now, the wife used to lie, my husband is the perfect man, you know, because you see, he has not shown that trait, or before people, he will show that the wife is everything. But back there, he's also doing other things.
So wrong.
And immediately this woman found out about that. It really affected her. And these things can really affect you until it reaches a point you are even taken to a mental hospital. They do affect. And women, I can say clearly, women go through a lot in marriages. Yeah.
But the good thing about women, I think it's they talk. We talk a lot.
Yeah, we talk
so at least we share. But we also have those people who don't share. And even if they share, they don't get a solution. So they still keep on feeling the same, carrying on with the same pain throughout.
Now, if you're a man and you have a wife who beats you, a wife who undermines you, undermining not necessarily by telling you where you are wrong. For example, you are not doing this, why are you not doing? Undermining is whereby, for example, she shouts at you before people, even before your children. She makes you feel less. There are people who narcissists
Less
can make
someone.
you feel less important by just telling you, I even wonder what kind of a person you are. Pathetic. Your reasoning is capacity is very low. Yeah, somebody who is trying to bring you down, yeah, make you look like you are nothing. For such a person, if you cannot withhold, just walk out. Yeah, because the character will never, ever change. And for men, it will be difficult to contain. But for women, we can contain that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is where now you get a man anatoka nje anajiua tu, anajigongesha gari.
Exactly.
Yes.
And especially a man who doesn't. And you know, the problem with men, they think that now leaving your wife and finding another woman is the solution. My dear, it's never the solution, because utajipata. Me, there's back in campus, there is a friend of ours that we found in a car, dead, in his car.
Wow.
Hakukufa ati mtu amemuua or something, just because of, I think alikuwa na a known disease of high blood pressure, then alikuwa na mingi sana ana contain. And the first wife alikuwa na complain ako, kuna traits zenye alikuwa nazo zenye zinam stress, then aka find console in another woman. This woman is even worse than the first wife. So you can imagine what that man
was going
amejiingiza. Me, I will advise somebody, if you feel that it's not working, you can try and talk to people. You can even go for a marriage counselor. It's very healthy. Just go talk. And
share.
And for me, I've visited a marriage counselor. The first thing atakwambia, write what you love about your husband. Even if you love him, right there, he tells you good things, right there. Then write everything you hate about your husband. You will find writing, even if you still love him, you know, he beats me or he does this, he abuses me, but I love him. Just admit. Then from there, the counselor will know on how to handle the matter.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, on how to help you. Then he or she will tell you, this one is a narcissist. He cannot change. Okay. Now, this is how to handle a narcissist. And so, by the way, to handle a narcissist, first thing, narcissists hate when you say no.
Oh, God.
That is number one. They also hate when you expose them. They hate it to the letter. Yeah, that is how to deal with a narcissist. Then another thing, they hate the most behaving like you really don't care. Now stop caring about that person.
Ameisha.
Ameisha. Mimi kitu najua, narcissists, they don't have empathy. No. Hata akikuja ati akikwamba ati msamaha pole, atakwambia pole kwa sababu there is something benefit, but not sincerely aseme like humans, normal humans aseme pole, nimekukosea, nimefeel it is wrong. That one, if you're staying with a narcissist, know that hakuna any point atawai feel empathy.
When we come to that, how would I know first that this person is a narcissist and this is what I should do? Now,
when you want to know, first of all, he's controlling. Ata kucontrol, ata kama you are a working person, kuna vile atajaribu sana akucontain ata with your finances. That is number one. Number two, apart from controlling, they want to feel sense of power. Yeah? Imagine in a house whereby ukisikia tu dadi anakuja, kila mtu anaenda kwa bedroom. Inamaanisha huyo mtu kuna power ingine amejipea kwa hiyo nyumba that is extraordinary. So they also want to feel sense of power. Three, they are slies. They will lie. Hata kama kitu umempata tu black and white, they will always lie. Then number four, they don't want to accept correction or be told that here they are wrong. They will
hawaskizi.
They will always want to act as the victim. Mtu amekukosea, lakini ukimwambia no, hii na feel unafanya vibaya. No, atajaribu kuweka hiyo blame. Yani, you will find, if you want to know you are married to a narcissist person, you will always want to take the blame, even if the blame is not yours. You will always, a relationship where you find yourself, you are the one apologizing Monday to Monday, know that the relationship is not healthy.
And he feels good when you admit that
yes,
umekosea,
yes.
even if amekosea.
And also they are also manipulative.
Oh,
yeah. Atatumia kitu kama shajua umejua, maybe alifanya kitu fulani. Unaona wale wenye maybe alicheat, then kesho anakuletea bunch of flowers, you know. Then another thing, they always want to make you feel that they are around you fully. Utapata amekutext all the time, amekuambia I love you, then immediately you've fallen in love completely, they withdraw.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that is how narcissists behave.
I think when you're saying this, I'm getting examples of friends.
Yeah.
People who've ever been my friends, and sometimes I think they are no longer my friends because I could not. One thing they lie, hapa penye unasema kwa kulai, and they can promise you heaven.
Heaven, yes. And they promise you heaven and they give you hell. Yeah. So if you want to know such a person, ukiona tu such a person, you are to, and it's also in women. Women who are narcissists. Yeah.
Those kind of men, they like to cheat. Is that true?
Yeah. They are serial, and wacha niwaambie wanawake, such men will always say they don't find peace in their home, and now they are consoling themselves. But it is, don't ever accept cheating as your mistake.
There's a person who was telling me, this person where now we are no longer friends. He was telling me like, I'm a counselor too, so he comes and tells me there are things he wants to share with me, and then I listen. Then he says, you know, there are things I can't tell my wife, and I want to be comfortable telling you. You know, like what? And then the things I hear him say are, you know, petty things. Things actually you should not be talking in your marriage, or rather, it's because they are, you know, tule tukia behaviors too, twenye wezi share na bibi yako. And then it's like he wants the freedom of going out with other girls, and then the wife. For sure, hapo vile unasema, they will always want you to feel they're all, you know, they are present, even when they are not calling you. So later on, I came to realize that the woman was not living a good life with this man. And one thing, she never even came to maybe realize he has been having some mpango wa kando, but she came to realize it later.
Now, that's why wanaambia wanawake, Shiro, kuwa don't embrace cheating. Don't embrace cheating, because it might, wewe unaweza kaa yes hapo ni you are a wife na unapenda sana nyumba yako, and you cannot, because even the Bible inallow, unaweza wacha your marriage because of just cheating. You know, it is not just, because it's a serious issue, even cheating. In a court of law. A man can give you a divorce because you cheated. A woman also can be given a divorce because she cheated.
Yes.
You can even be denied your children because you cheated. So it's a serious matter. But I don't like the way the society nowadays normalize cheating. If your husband wants to marry, let him marry the second wife. You know? And know that you people are two, or you are three. You know very well. You know very well if your husband is not in your house, then ako kwa mama njeri, you know. But this issue of having women in every corner, I'll advise women, don't normalize it. Because we utaishi kwa hiyo ndoa, yes, ule mwanaume atazaa, hata kama mko na mali yenye inatoshana aje, atazaa huko nje, then these children watakuja na watasema, because this was our father, we also want our. So what have you built for your children?
Watoto hata watoto wako wenyewe.
They will tell you, Mom, why didn't you walk out? Why didn't you protect our interests? Why didn't you tell dad not to do this.
Yes.
So don't, because at a point pia kuna maugonjwa unaweza pata ameleta ugonjwa kwa nyumba imeaffect mpaka watoto. So at that point, whom will you blame?
It's yourself,
It's
because
yourself.
you normalized the
you
cheating.
normalized the cheating. So I'll advocate and I'll advise ladies, even men, don't.
Hakuna cheating.
Hakuna. Don't
Kama ni
normalize
marriage,
it.
ni marriage. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
I
Kama
don't know
ni
why
kucheat,
people find marriages so hard.
So hard. Because huyu ni mtu anasema yeye haezi kula mboga kila siku. You
As
know?
if yeye ni kitu ingine na he's still
Exactly.
mboga.
And there are
In this
men
case.
also wenye wakijipata wamecheat, kuna ile genuine apology. Enye kweli amefeel hii makosa. And you know, narcissists want,
It's okay.
it's okay.
I'm a man.
And they will also manipulate you. Oh, do you have evidence? Oh, na kitu tu unaona ni black and white. Do you have evidence? No. In fact, mi siezi, you know,
Unajua
kufeel.
what they said, there was a saying they were saying while we were back in campus, ati kukua mwanaume hata kama umepatwa na hiyo blood, hata kama umepatwa in the action, bora uweze kushuka. Then unaweza ruka the whole story.
No.
I think they are the people we are talking about.
Yeah,
because
there are men generally wakijipata. I have a friend mwenye alicheat on their wife. Aki, you could see that man was sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what, because men also are men, you know. And for example, if you are glad to marry to somebody who has money, women just come in.
Na sijui huwa wanatoka wapi.
Yeah, they just come in.
Very easy women.
Very easy women.
Especially unajua anakuambia guy, hata sijui tulifikaje hapa.
Exactly. So understand that man, kama ni it is just a mistake.
Yeah. And call it a mistake and let
call
it
it a
fade.
mistake and let it go. But don't normalize it. Kesho umempata na huyu, kesho kutu umempata na huyu, kesho kutu umempata na huyu. This man will not change. Hata wewe utoke hapo awe mtu mwingine, the same thing will continue. Because that is that is something that is in him. So such a person needs counseling. Yeah.
So as a woman, can you take the initiative of taking this man for counseling, which they don't like? I don't know how.
Yeah, they don't. One thing I know, men don't like counseling. For example, me, I am a married woman, and I can tell you for free, I have gone for counseling. Marriage counseling, I have gone there. But my husband has never gone for marriage counseling. So you see, you just let it go, because it will reach a point, hata yeye mwenyewe atajiona tu, I need counseling, you know? But so long as ni kama HIV test, huwezi force mtu, hata kama ni mzee wako, huwezi mforce ati enda for hii test, it's a by force, you know. So unawacha tu huyo mtu achukue the initiative. To your place. Yeah, so, ajifikie.
I don't know, maybe one day we need a man on board to come and tell us why they feel it so hard for them to go for counseling. Maybe they would want a man counselor, or they would want counseling in a way where we have audience, where every man is talking about their issues personal, and then they deal with it together. We don't know. We need to know the world of men, because there are things we don't know about them. So let's take a very short break. We come back and then still continue with the more traits that we've not revealed yet.
Yeah.
Our viewer, don't touch that dial. We are going to be back soon and continue with this conversation. Thank you.
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back, viewer, and I love so much the way you are so much engaged in this conversation, and we are talking about personality traits in marriage, and it has been so good to realize that in our marriages we have very many traits, and actually how to deal with them. So Grace has been taking us through this, and it's wonderful actually, even to know that you know, it's now that I'm even realizing that I could be having some friends who are narcissists. And they also don't know. By the way, I wanted to ask, huwa wanajua wao ni narcissist?
They don't know.
They know they are
don't
okay.
know, unless they go for counseling or they see a psychiatrist.
What else don't we know about? Are there some more traits?
For narcissists, yeah. They can be abusive. Mostly they cause emotional abuse. Like I've told you, hata ikiwa wanakukatia ama wanakutaka ama
Ni cha nguvu.
ni ile ya no, they shower you with a lot of, yani they are just there all
Lazima
the time.
utaingia kwa hiyo box
lazima-
yao.
Then ukishaingia
Powerful.
they withdraw.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I hope we realize the kind of partners we want to engage with and the partners we already have. And like she has said, if it is too much and this narcissist is not giving you space, instead of dying in that marriage, you can just quit and go have fun outside. So what else can we find in our partners?
There is also a trait called, these are disorders now.
Yeah.
The disorders traits, they're just normal. They are normal traits like anger, short-tempered person,
yes.
you know. Now, the disorder also that is always there is paranoid trait disorder. Paranoidity comes in whereby you overthink. Yeah. And for example, for me, that one used to be my disorder.
Kakitu kadogo hivi tu.
You overthink.
Ushajaza novel mzima.
Unajaza novel mzima na kitu is not actually what you thought it was. That is there. Now, people with such a trait, they're always very loving, very understanding, but ikifika point maybe alikupata in a very compromising situation, they will always doubt you.
Oh God.
There is nothing again you will ever say in this life that they will believe.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So utapata hata kama umetoka,
Ni mimi huyo mtu kweli. Bwana nisikilize.
when you go out they're like amushaenda kwa Wanjiku. Remember I got you with Wanjiku like 3 months ago. Ukweli relationship
Are we
yenu
not
was
all there
over.
women? Because you overthink every time.
Not all.
Because sometimes, let me ask, when you get a message in your husband's phone, like M-Pesa imemtext, how was your night?
No.
Will you ever?
If I even ask you, what are you doing with your husband's phone?
No, sometimes I'm not a person who, by the way, I'm evolving. I don't remember the last time I had the phone. But sometimes you get these instances where you say, maybe I've ran out of credit and I want to use my husband's phone.
Then a message just pops in.
And you know these phones of ours, it pops pop. M-Pesa, how was your night? Now, you want me to be this stable person that even after 6 months, I'll not relate that issue with the current one.
Now, you see, when you forgive somebody, you should forgive.
And forget.
There was a time a friend of mine was telling me in their neighborhood, there is a woman there's a woman who found her husband with another woman in their home, in their matrimonial home. Then when she saw the husband, because previously the neighbors were saying, nani, bwanako unajua naletanga mtu fulani hapa kama hauko. Then she was like, really? Yes, but she never confronted the husband. She just kept quiet. So on this occasion, alikuja tu na akawapata red-handed.
Oh God.
She just left without saying anything. When she came back, the husband hata akijaribu kumwambia, I'm sorry. Akasema yeye hataki kusikia. She was just quiet. She's okay. She told the husband she's okay. Then after 2 weeks, she brought in another man in the same home. Kwa kitanda ya bwanake. And she even called the husband, honey, can you come back home?
You tit for tat.
Tit for tat. When the husband came, it was war. Mpaka husband akaenda kaleta tu kisu.
Kwa nini?
They wanted to kill each other
tit
there.
for tat.
And it was tit for tat. You know, for a man, let me tell you, for a man, if he finds out that you're having somebody out,
He will kill you.
he will kill you.
Don't tempt a
Lakini
man.
wewe ukimpata, you should normalize it. It's normal. That is the society. That is the society.
So the woman
which is
wanted him to feel the
pain,
not even the pain, no, to normalize.
And at the end of it all, two rights doesn't
make two wrongs
don't make a right.
Yes.
So when this husband, imagine it was warm mpaka sasa huyo rafiki yangu akasema wakae hapo kwa sitting room na neighbor mpaka wakasikia everything now is quiet.
Let me ask you.
It was drama.
Alimpigia now come back home.
No. Alimpigia come back home honey. I have a surprise for you.
It was a surprise. What do you think, viewer? Ingekuwa ni wewe ungefanya aje? Hii ya tit for tat.
Imagine when the husband came in, hakubelieve yenye aliyaona.
And were they doing anything ama alikuwa tu?
Yes, they were doing everything.
No, stop it.
Now the husband now akaleta vita. Immediately the man realized akakimbia nje. You know that commotion, the neighbors, people, it was drama. People came in. You see? Sasa wakaanza kufurugana ile kufurugana. The husband now ikafika point sasa wakanyamaza. My friend na another neighbor ndo wakabaki hapo wakasema vile watafungua is when they will have a talk. Because they were afraid they could even kill each other.
Yes.
But do you know, right now, those people, they are the happiest couple in town.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
How did they solve
because
this issue?
now they sat down, each and every person, wewe ulinifanyia hivi, ukakuja hapa na ukafanya hivi. Kwani mimi unafikiria mimi siwezi fanya the same thing? You know, now as they were talking.
We are not telling women here to do the same.
I'm not saying you do the same.
No, but anyway,
but
it's a serious thing.
They came in now. They settled the issue and they lived a happy family.
Wow. And
you
no
see?
cheating.
And no cheating.
Or
even if you are cheating, make sure you are not caught.
Even, what if you are caught?
Because Shiro, let me tell you, your husband who respects you, even if he's cheating, he'll not want you to know. But the moment you find even strange women calling you, your husband said this, know that that man doesn't respect you.
You like hauko kwa maisha
hauko
yake.
kwa maisha yake. That is number one. When a man doesn't respect you, he will show it. Hapo ndo utapata atakufanyia, atakupiga mbaka, atakutukana, atakuonyesha all the things zenye ufai kuona.
Kuna hawa wanawake, they don't want, even if they are working, they don't want to leave their marriages because they think the kids are burdens. So like I have an instance of a friend who was telling me about a story of her friend, her auntie, her relative, something like that. And then what she was saying is that now the husband brings in side chicks in their house when the wife is there, and he even calls this woman. They like prepare, make the bed, I'm coming and I'm not alone. And they would come and do everything there, and then she will be left to clear up everything. But she said she didn't want to leave because she didn't know what to do outside there, and she didn't want her kids to be miserable.
You see, even me, for cheating, for that kind of cheating, I will not leave my home for that.
Sasa mimi nitakaje ati bwanangu ananiletea mtu hapo? Grace kuwa serious.
Imagine I won't leave.
See to left.
Imagine I won't leave for such kind of, hiyo ni mtu unanyamaza. And sometimes like me nakwanga napayuka even I have it as a problem because even before I speak, anybody will know what I think, you know. But you know, there is a time I just decided to be silent. And it is the best weapon. It works in marriage. Angalia tu mtu kama picha. Me, the only problem that I won't accept is wewe uende upige umalaya then ukuje unichape. That one I want. Because it will not only affect you, it will also affect your children.
Me, I think it's wrong.
It's wrong, yes.
Like you know, I can't stay because, you know, when I get married, he's the only man I know now. You know, like there's no one else in my life.
But
so, and then he starts bringing other, I imagine him naked and doing those Asha.
Let me tell you.
I just
and
leave.
how about if he has married the woman and brought the woman in the same house and told you, this is your co-wife, live together.
He knows.
Yeah, those cases come in.
No, he knows. In our, no. Tradition yetu. Mama yangu asikie ati nina. Mama yake asikie he brought.
Sasa, hiyo ndo problem because traditions are different. And you know, for me, with my tradition.
What about you, viewer? Will you? Like, I want to hear these comments. Unaweza the man is just bringing any woman they want.
Not any woman. If
Even
it's one woman, Yes.
No.
Mtu mwenye amechoka atatoka.
No, Grace, you are not my friend.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
I'm
can't
telling you.
advocate for that.
No. I cannot leave my home for another woman. I cannot.
Let me tell you what I'll do. I will take everything that belongs to me. And I take, because you know it's him who has cheated. So I'll take the kids. I'll not, sitakataa aone watoto. I'll tell him, in your tight schedule of bringing women in the house, please, every day find an hour for the kids. I'm not going to live away from you. Niende niishi tu mahali. Ebu nisimalize asijue strategy.
Do you think yeye atakaa tu atiwishi pale karibu?
He will, he has to.
Hiyo ni number one. And you, secondly, you are talking as an empowered woman. Okay. So imagine there is that woman who is there.
My heart is very precious.
Yeah, listen, who is just there in the house? You have like 5 kids. This is their home. Their father is providing everything that they need. What do you do? No. What do you do? You will have to persevere for your children. And there is a message I was reading about, not reading but watching Lilian Ngugi. I love watching her on YouTube. There is this woman who said the husband, she was suffering from domestic violence. And sometimes I want to admit that walking out is always, it is the hardest but the best solution sometimes. Because you view it like you are not protecting only yourself. You're also protecting your children. For example, in the case of violence, watoto wakiona hiyo violence, kesho pia wataanza tu kuwa violent. Utapata umepeleka mtoto shule anachapa tu kila mtu.
Anajua ni kuchapa. That's
anajua hivyo ndo ana solve problems.
Let us leave it upon my viewer, because I have very wise viewers.
And I know they're going to tell us how, or to give us opinions of what a person in that shoes can do. Either walking out or even a persevere. Because I don't know, we are different anyway. So people, there are some who can walk away, and there are some who can still say, because of the kids and I don't have that enough power, enough money to raise them, let me just sit back and enjoy the shoes. So because of time, Grace, I know you have a lot, but we will be having more shows. I want you to give a parting shot, because I don't want tuanze kufukuzwa hapa. Yes.
Now, for my viewer, I would advise, first of all, I value marriage. I respect marriages. I love marriages, because God was not stupid to say we'll be one.
Man and wife.
Man and wife will be one. Now, but love yourself first is when you give your love to another person. And accept your husband the way he is. For example, like I was telling you, example of dependency. Those dependency husbands, they are always very loyal. You cannot leave them by the way. They are very loyal. Because at the end of the day, they are always utawapata wako kwa nyumba, they are with the kids. You are the one who is working your ass hard, but ako with the kids, ako very loving, very caring. So accept somebody with the characteristics. And men and women, please go for counseling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Grace. And when you go, say hi to everyone. Say hi to your babies and your husband. Now, tumefika ile time ya say bye. And I'm so much thankful, guys, for your love. You've shown me so much love, and I've seen how you love this show, and that is why I will always bring the best guests. And I told you, if you want to be on this show, it's not hard, just let me know. Si unajua tu platforms zetu, just share, and if you want to come and also be part of it, you can come. So thank you so much. Until next time, I've been your girl Shiro Wangige. Bye bye.